Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of testing, or actually showcasing Artak, because you know what, this is what I was waiting for. If you watch my previous video where I showed Artak doing, you know, some amazing stuff on Spider 25, I was mentioning there, if I'm not mistaken, if not, I mentioned in my streams, that I will not be doing any testing with Artak up until they bug fix him, because his passive was not working as intended and he was giving himself too much speed and too much resistance. So you know what, any other solo type of comp that I would have showed would have not been relevant, because like I said, his passive was just broken. He was getting, you know, instead of getting a maximum of 100 speed to like maybe 200 speed, he was gaining like 300-400 speed, and that obviously made him a beast and a monster for soloing content. However, they have fixed that passive, and now you know what, he should be working as intended, unless, you know, Saphira finds something else that's not working as intended again. But even after that that fix for his passive, he still is an amazing champion. Like, he still can do some crazy stuff. You know what, it all depends just what do you really want to use him for. So as an example, what I'm showing you today is him soloing Ice Golem hard stage 9, which is insane. This is insane, because you know what, Ice Golem is one of the most annoying ones, and it's a little bit slower if you don't have the perfect teams, you know, with the Theodores, with everybody, with the right resets to do some speed farming, exploding the waves and all that. So as an example, the team that I had previously was using a CR team on stage 10 for speed running the waves, and then on the boss part I was using Drank plus Mithrala. Well, right now I'm just soloing with him stage 9, and you know what, it looks pretty, you know, pretty consistent. It obviously, there's still some layers of RNG, you know, depending on how this what debuffs land on him and all that. But this one's, you know, I'm not gonna call it 100%, because these types of solo comps, and especially on Ice Golem, is, you know what, stuff like this can happen, and you can have some bad RNG depending on, you know, depending on the being 3%ed or not. So you have the chance of being 3%ed with the decreased defense from the left side, that you have a chance to be 3%ed by the heat reduction from the right side, and then obviously, you know, depends what happens with the boss. But the reason why this one would work, and you know, usually works, like I said, I'm not gonna call it 100%. Guess I can call it like 95%. My build can still be improved. But the reason why it works so good on stage 9 specifically is because stage 9, they are spirit affinity, okay? And him being magic affinity allows him to, you know, be able to not be crit or get, you know, be weak hit most of the time. And this can actually work pretty good, especially if, you know, you're not one that likes to farm Ice Golem. Even though there's some pretty good gear sets that you can farm in there, he can still do it, like I said, solo, and that, you know, gives you the option to be able to combine this with, if there's an Ice Golem tournament plus a champion training, you can do that together. You can just throw him in there, throw for food champions, and then start farming that, and, you know, get yourself the XP for the fodder, and at the same time get yourself the gear from Ice Golem. The only annoying thing, unfortunately, with this one is this second wave, because there's 3 Taturas in here that keep putting the block debuffs. This is so much slower. I swear, if there were not any champions, you know, that do block debuffs on the second wave, this could be so much faster. And you know what, I could even say that this will be somewhere around 2 minutes or under. But because of the Taturas, the block debuffs, you know, as you can see, I cannot place the what's it called, the HP burns or the decreased attacks all the time, because they keep rotating the way they use their block debuffs. As soon as one gets cleared, the next one comes back to it, and you know what, it's like, see, again, I cannot place it. So this one can be pretty annoying. So the thing that I've seen is this team can be between 2 minutes and 20 to up like 3 minutes and 30, something like that. And you know what, for a solo comp for stage, you know, for Ice Golem stage 9, which is, you know, 1 stage away from doing stage 10, this is definitely not bad, at least from my point of view. Yes, it's not 100%, but you know what, it depends how what do you care about? Do you care about optimizing and, you know, farming food at the same time, or do you want to speed run it? If you're one that wants to do some optimization, then this is what you will be doing. I'm just waiting for this one to finish. Actually, you know what? Let's come back at the boss. So let's come back at the end, and then I'm gonna show you his build, and I'm gonna show you something else, because this is not the only thing you can solo in the same build. So see you in a bit. Okay, and we're back. So it seems like this one went a little bit over, because you know what, those Taturas were just so annoying on the second wave. But look at this. Because I didn't get any of those bad 3%, you know, to get myself the decreased defense or the heat reduction, you know, all work pretty well. And the reason why he's doing this so good is because of his kit. He brings, you know, not only does he bring the HP burns on this one, and you know, the chance of the restoration of his max HP, he also brings an AoE HP burn activator, which is the best way that you can beat the Ice Golem, especially on hard. But he also brings a decreased attack. That helps you a ton, because you know what, the Ice Golem can hit pretty hard. If he retaliates where both the adds are up, you're gonna die. You know, if that 3% happens, or like 5%, whatever you want to call it, happens, you're gonna be killed. But if not, this one works pretty good. And the way his AI works is pretty smart, because he doesn't use the decreased attack unless, you know, there's no decreased attack out there. So he activates this only when he needs to place decreased attack, which means he's gonna keep the decreased attack, you know, 99% of the time is gonna be out there. And the same thing with the HP burn. As long as the HP burns are out there, he keeps doing the A1, that keeps extending the HP burns, especially on the side adds, which makes it to be pretty fast, you know, when you get to the boss part. The only tricky thing with him is you kind of need to depend on his passive. So I tried to use him in my speed team. I still need to test it to find a better way, but I tried to use him in my speed team and, you know, make him be the last one that fights against the Ice Golem, for example, on stage 10. That doesn't work too well, because you kind of want this passive to be activated, because at least the way that I have him built, I want him to be at that, you know, 50% destroyed max HP most of the time, because that's going to give him another 100 speed and another 100 resistance. So the way that I have him built is 300 accuracy, 313 resist, and, you know, 221 speed with survivability stats in regen plus immortal. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna gain another 100 resistance from him being at that max, you know, max destroyed HP, and which means that I will be having this 420 or close to 420 resistance that is needed to block the debuffs from the side adds and from the boss himself, which makes it so much easier. And obviously gaining that extra 100 speed, he's gonna rotate through his skill faster, so he has the chance to put HP burn, put a decreased attack, heal himself back up. So that works pretty well. And I'm also running these masteries on him that are, you know, the usual masteries that you have on people that used to do solo stuff, at least on normal stages up to 25, and that's with the Oppressor at the end, because this one's gonna boost his turn meter even more by having those debuffs out there. So it's kind of like, you know, you want the resistance, you want this one to get less damage from AoEs, a little bit with this one to gain more HP. I took the support tree. I chose to go with Arcane Celerity because, you know, he places debuffs every time they go off. He has a chance to gain turn meter, but you can also try and go maybe with the Lay on Hands, Healing Savior instead, and this is gonna heal you more from the regen and immortal side. Just see what works best for you in this, obviously in this build. So like I said, there's still place for improvement. You know, this is not the best that I can do. I could push it even further, and I might even try to still do that as well. But another awesome thing that happened, you know, with him in this build is, in the same build, he can actually, let me show you, he can actually solo stage 1 of the hard spider, and he does it in about, with no presets as well. This is the beautiful thing. I don't have to give him any presets, and with no presets, he solos stage 1. The thing is like this, there's a bug with, you know, with the visuals that doesn't show us exactly the HP, but I ran this several times and this is no problem. And he actually does spider in the same build in, what's this? Let's see, almost 2 minutes. Yep, look at that, 1 minute and 46. This is pretty huge. If I built him a little bit stronger and gave him a little bit more stats, he could even go and do stage 5 of the spider in, you know, in the similar build, and that would be amazing. I feel like this is something that's really awesome with him. You know what? Because again, I try to go on stages with where he's strong affinity, so the chances of, you know, being crit, you know, are lower, and the chances of being hit by weak hits are higher. So, you know, try to think of the relevant stages where this can help. But yeah, this is all that I wanted to show for today, because you know what, I'm still gonna be doing some testing. I want to test him on what's it called? I want to test him on Dragon as well, because I'm quite sure he will be able to solo some Dragon. He will just have to have a different set. I tried to go and fight the Dragon with the regen and immortal. Is just not enough because of the way his passive works as well. He loses that max HP, and when the boss hits you with his you know, with his scorch, because that one ramps up on your HP, on your max HP overall, on the second or third scorch he's dead, so you don't do enough damage. However, I'm quite sure he's gonna work in toxic, and that's gonna be the next thing that I will be testing, and I'm gonna make a video on this. But for now, I'm happy that I could find a build where he can solo stage 9 hard of Ice Golem and also be able to solo Spider in regen plus immortal, and I'm 100% sure if I took him in the same build in Hydra, he will still do some work for me. Maybe pair him with another HP burner, and that will be something amazing. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. Oh yeah, he's obviously fully booked. He's fully booked because, you know, in this one, for soloing stuff, you definitely need fully booked masteries and, you know, some strong gear. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. If you do enjoy my content, as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye, guys.